Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, we will show you how we have created this vendor payment dashboard in Google Sheets. As you are seeing my screen, we have multiple pages in this dashboard, and this is the overview page wherein we are showing the total spend, this, and total outstanding amount, number of paid invoices, number of partially paid invoices, and average days of the overdue. Here we are showing the paid amount versus outstanding amount by the month. So you can see that. And this is the payment status distribution, like how many invoices are paid, partially paid, and the pending in this donut chart. This is the total spend by the vendor category, like we are spending much in the raw materials. Then here we are showing the total spend by the month. So you can see the monthly, the total spend trend here, and you can just filter this whole data using these all slicer. For example, I want to filter the data by the department. So let's clear all and let's select only finance and just say okay. So everything is filtered by the finance department only. Okay, similarly you can just make it clear from here, and you can select the any other one, let's say procurement, and then from here you can just click on ok. So that will be filtered, you can see. All right, or you can just select all six from here and click on ok. So it is showing for all. Similarly for the other ones also, like if you want to see the payment method, you can just check that and automatically it will show the filtered data. This is the dynamic dashboard, and in the next page we are showing the vendor performance analysis. Here we are taking the vendor categories. By the vendor categories we are showing how many amount it paid and how many is the outstanding. Similarly, this is the average days of the overdue by the vendor category. Maximum overdue days are in the transport category. Here we have the paid invoices versus partial invoices by the vendor category, and we can see the maximum is in the raw materials paid as well as partial paid also. And the total number of vendors we have 500. We have put this here in this card, and total spent by the vendor category we can see on this trend. And you can again filter it as you want. Let's say I want to see this information for a particular month, so just clear all, and I want to see for the December month and just say okay. So this all information only for the December month. Okay, and you can just make it clear from here and select all 12, say okay. Okay, so this is showing all data. Now coming to the aging and the risk analysis here, and here what we are showing, we are showing the paid amount and the outstanding amount by the department, and here we are showing the number of days overdue by the aging buckets. So we can see in 0 to 30 days 85, 31 to 60 days, and 61 to 90, 90 plus days, and we are showing here closed and not due. Then we are showing here invoice amount by the aging buckets here, and we are showing the total amount due from the 90 plus days. So that is the outstanding or overdue amount we can see quickly here, which is overdue since last 3 months. And here we are showing the total spend by the aging buckets also. So you can see that. And if you want to see only for a particular department, you can just clear this, select the HR, say okay. So this is for the HR department only. Okay, so to give the quick view, quick filter, you can just use this slicer. Not only for the department, you can select it for the month, or you can select it for year, buyer, payment mode, and the other information also. Let's move to the next page, that is department and buyer insights, and here we are showing the spend by the department, the number of invoices by the buyer. Here we have the average days of overdue by the department and outstanding amount by the buyer, and total number of invoices are 500. So again you can filter it as you want. Okay, now let's move to the next one, that is payment method and the process efficiency. And here we are showing the paid amount and the outstanding amount by the payment method, and this is the average number of days overdue by payment method. This is the paid invoices and the partial paid invoices by the payment method, and we can see maximum are paid by check here, and this is the total spent by the payment method. Next sheet we have the search data. So we have this all data. If you want to quick search the data to copy it somewhere else, you don't need to go to the data sheet. From here you can just search by the selected column. For example, I want to select here, we have selected department and the put here keyword at HR. So we can see we are getting the data. Now let's say I want to search it by the vendor category and I want to search for utilities. If I type here UTI, then still I will get the all data by the utilities, you can see. All right. And you can search by buyer name also if you want to see by the buyer name. So let's say I'm putting here buyer, and let's put here one buyer name. Then you can see we are getting all the information for that particular buyer. All right. Or if you want to see it by the payment status also, you can just put here payment status, this one, and I just want to see the partially paid payment. Even if I type PAR, then you can see I'm getting here partially paid. Now let's go to the data sheet also, so that I will show you the data. Here in the data we have the invoice ID, vendor name, vendor category, department, buyer, invoice date, due date, payment terms, invoice amount, and some other columns relevant to vendor payment. Okay, tax, invoice, discount, net amount, payment status, payment date, paid date, outstanding amount, overdue days, aging buckets, as well as behavior payment method and the month, year. We have created few calculated column also to create the pivot table like paid invoices, partially paid, and pending. Okay, and here we just use if n2 is the payment status, we can see here, and if this is paid then one, and here for the partial paid, if it is partial paid then one. Okay, now I will show you how we have created. So let me come to the overview sheet first, and if I go to the right hand side, you can see we have some hidden column. If I click here, now I can see all the columns. So we have created the pivot table on the basis of the data which is available, and using the pivot table we have created the charts. Okay, to create the pivot table you can go to the data, select the data, go to the insert a pivot table. Okay, now you can decide where you want to insert the pivot table, on the same sheet or on the existing sheet. So what we have done in the overview sheet, we have taken existing sheet and then we can create a pivot table. Let's say we want to create this pivot table here and click on OK. Just say create. Now we can create the pivot table as we want in the rows or columns or values and filter, whatever you want to add, you can add that. For example, I'm adding here, let's say paid amount. Okay, so paid amount I'm putting in the values. So as I put here, you can see I'm getting all the amount. Now let's say I want to see this paid amount by the vendor category. So I'll put the vendor category in the rows. So now we are getting the vendor category wise the paid amount. Now we can select this data and we can just insert a chart from here. And then we can change this chart, double click and change the chart. Let's say I want to create the column chart. So that is how we have created the charts here. And to create the charts, we just have taken the scorecard. Alright friends. And once all the charts are created, then we can make this hidden. So that is how we have created. Let me delete this. And if you see on the every sheet we have the pivot tables. They may be hidden. You can just unhide them. Alright friends. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for the watching.